What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. Time is ticking for Bitcoin and Litecoin. Let's take a look at it, see what's going on. I do want to remind you guys there is a free Discord group in the description below the video. Awesome community. If you love crypto, you'll love the community. Definitely check it out. There's also some affiliate links down there. There's some exchange links. If you sign up, you get bonuses. There's Ledger link. You get a discount if you want to buy a hard wallet and get your crypto off the exchanges. Not your keys, not your crypto. Also, Brave browser. Check the Brave browser out. That's the browser I use. Awesome browser. You don't have to watch commercials. You can tip your favorite YouTube guys, whatever you want to do. But yeah, browser, definitely check it out. It's awesome. Awesome browser. So let's get in with the video, see what's going on. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market. Do not put in more than you're willing to lose. With that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button, tick the notification bell. That'll get you notified when I post new videos, as I do post new videos every single day and try to keep everybody updated on what's going on. And I also do live streams once in a while, so by ticking the bell, it'll notify you when I go live. Also, guys, smash the likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Also, stick around to the end of the video, especially if you've never seen it. I'm going to show you why I believe we're still on our way to 46,000 by the end of the year. I know a lot of people do not believe that. A lot of people are really bearish right now. I've been saying this since January, and we've been following the gold to Bitcoin comparison chart since January. So definitely stick around to the end, and I'll just show you why I believe we get at 46,000 by the end of the year. All right. So looking at this as a bull flag, I know a lot of people were looking at it as a symmetrical triangle. Now they changed their mind and say it's a descending triangle. I do believe it's a bull flag. I've been saying this for weeks. So the measured move off that would be measuring this as the flagpole, putting it up to the top of the flag, depending on where we break out. Obviously, the longer it takes before we break out, and this is a weekly chart, then the target will lower, but that's just the target of the breakout of here. And that doesn't mean we shoot straight up, guys. There's going to be resistance along the way. Not a whole lot, though. If you look over here, there's not a whole lot of resistance. But anyways, looking at this as a bull flag, and one of the reasons you can tell is we are having declining volume. I know a lot of people are always like, oh, the volume's declining, it's dying. That's a good sign. We're in a formation here. And what happens when the volume gets so low, everybody's losing interest in trading here. Once we have a break in either direction, which in my opinion will be up from here, this volume will shoot up. This is our third red week candle here, and that's rare to get more than 3 weeks if you look back in the past on the weekly. So that's one thing to remember. And I think being the weekend, we may have a swift move down and shoot up from there, and I'll show you why in the RSI. So looking at this RSI, I have a descending wedge here. Now, I could be wrong on this, and I'll show you why, but if you look right here was last week's close up here, so I do believe we could drop down even more as long as we close tonight at 8 p.m. when the weekly candle closes. If we're inside this, I think that will be extremely bullish, and I do believe we'll be breaking up in the near future. This could also come down to here, so we could still be in the descending wedge here, even if it doesn't break up. But I'm really going to be watching it close. I do believe we can pop up fast today and come back inside this. So let's look at let's go to the daily chart. Take a look at that and what I'm looking at. We'll take a look at the actual chart first. Look at our measured moves of the breakout of this bull flag. Depending on where we break out, again, guys, these can change, you know, at the longer it takes. But If we were to break out somewhere in this area, we're looking at the $15,000 range, and that's just measuring the flag as a channel. And then measuring from down here, measuring this as the flagpole, and a breakout that gets us up to about the 17,700, 800 range, somewhere in there. And then we already did the measured move of the whole thing. Now I want to zoom in and take a look at what's going on here. I'm going to get this out of here. That's not supposed to be in the daily. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. One reason I believe this is a bull flag, if you chart it as using the Elliott wave theory as a channel, it would be A, B, C, D, and E. Could be anywhere down here, all the way down to the 87, or all the way down. E does not need to touch the bottom of the channel, and most of the time E doesn't go all the way down. We also have the 200 EMA here, which I want to keep an eye on, which is going to be around the $8,400 range. So that is another possible down target. But I do believe if we get down to these lower targets, we're going to shoot up pretty quick. Even if it isn't today, even if we slowly drift down all weekend and then next week go up, I do believe within the next week we're going to have a big move up, if not this weekend. That's my opinion again, guys. Let's look at the RSI. All right, so we've been looking at the RSI, and this again is on the daily. We have this top resistance up here that we've been watching forever, and the bottom support. The possibilities of breaking up in here and breaking through, that would give us our move up. Coming down here would be those lower targets that I was suggesting around, suggesting around the $8,700 range, down to the $8,400, which is a 200 EMA on the daily. But if you look at what's going on, that would be a falling wedge, and I do believe we're going to pop up out of this, and this is going to be our next huge bullish move. I do still believe 100% that we are in a parabolic bull market. I think we're in reaccumulation, consolidation area right now. Let's look at the 4-hour RSI. So looking at the 4-hour here, and I had this falling wedge drawn in here, and it's still, that's still valid. We have our resistance up top, support on the bottom, but I do have this trend line on the bottom also. And if we look at this versus the price action, that line, the top of this channel would be right around here, around this old support that we broke down out of, becoming new resistance, and that's around the 9,900, around the $9,900 range. And looking at that, that's if we come up here. If we break through that and get back up top here and close the daily or a 4-hour above this, I think it's going to be extremely bullish, and we continue up. The other thing I'm looking at is this as a bear flag in the 4-hour, which would bring us down to retest the bottom of this channel again, which is possible, guys. Keep an eye on it. But if you want to keep a close eye on it, definitely get into the 4-hour. If it breaks down, we might catch it live right now. But the break of this, if we broke right here, the measured move is going to be around the $8,800 range, somewhere in there. But I'm still going to leave this target down here from this trend line. I believe that's possible. But yeah, that's what I think. It's definitely possible for this 4-hour candle to shoot all the way down here, and then we shoot back up. That would coincide with my theory of staying within this wedge. We'll see if that happens, but like I said, if not, then this wedge would come down here in the weekly. But I still believe no matter what, we're in a falling wedge there, which is a bull flag in the price action. So that's where I'm at as of now. And you guys know my ultimate low target here would be retesting the bottom of the bull flag, which is going to be around the $72 range. I'm going to get this one out of here. I don't believe that's valid right now. So anyway, yeah, guys, that's what I'm looking at. I would really like to see this pop up in this area and break this channel. Like I said, no guarantees that happens. We could come back down and retest this, getting us around the $8,700 range to the $8,400, I think it was. That's where the 200 EMA is. So I'll put another target. Whoops. I will put another target around that $8,400 range. And that would be that 200 EMA on the daily. Let's look at Litecoin real quick. All right, so Litecoin, I had this bottom trend line drawn in here that we have obviously poked through. I believe it's possible to go lower here. There's still a possibility we could shoot up from here. And I'll show you that measurement that I've been watching, which is watching this as a big cup and a handle here. And the measured move off that would be measuring off of this as the neckline around the 146 area. If we were to break that 146 area, we're looking at around the $270 range. But I do believe if Bitcoin hits 46,000 by the end of the year, that Litecoin will most likely be around $500 to $1,000 per Litecoin. Let's look at the RSI here. Same thing. We had been following this rising channel, fell out of it in a falling channel. Looking at this, zoom in a little bit. Looking at this as a falling wedge. Do have another trend line in here, and this being a falling channel in here. And we could come down and test the bottom of this before shooting up or back up. And in the price action, that would come down to, I have this target here around the $61 range. But I was looking at this as a little bear flag in here. And if this little flag was to break, the measured move of that is right around that $54 range, which is old resistance becomes support over in this area. So that's possible. There's also another line of support down at the 47, right around the $47 range. Let's see how this reacts. We could pop back up in. If we can close a daily back above this and get inside this trend line again, I do believe that we'll have a very nice move up. It all depends, I think, on what Bitcoin does. Even though Litecoin could stop here, Litecoin could do its own thing and go up. As you can see, the volume's declining here, which is suggesting a big move coming. And I believe that move is going to be up also. Let's look at 4 hour. We'll start with the RSI. And we've been in this big falling channel. Now we're in this falling channel here. We had a trend line here that we were watching and caught the break of this. Now what I'm looking at here, this could possibly come back down, whoops, to here in the 4 hour on the bottom of that channel. And if we look at that in the price action, that would equal out to be right around that $54 range. So keep an eye on that, guys. That could happen today, and then we could shoot straight up from there. But like I said, I don't think we're gonna have much more downward action on either Bitcoin or Litecoin. Now, my 46,000 by the end of the year target, guys. I've been looking at this since January, which was right back in here. And we've had all this drawn out since then. You can go back, watch the videos. But I do believe in patterns, and I do believe a pattern is a pattern. And this pattern seems to be playing out beautifully. As you can see in, excuse me, in Bitcoin here, I have the bottom trend line. We had 2 touches on it before breaking through this wedge and coming up from there. You look at gold in the weekly, we did the same thing. 2 touches on this bottom trend line, came up from there. I'm going to switch back and forth just so you guys can see it. I do believe in patterns, and I do believe this pattern is most likely going to play out just like gold did. Although gold was on the weekly, this is Bitcoin, a lot smaller market cap. Now we have the internet, just things are a lot faster now. So I do believe this similarity here, and I do believe this is going to play out. Like I said, I've been following it since January. We could take a look at the RSI in the weekly, and we've been watching this since January 2, which was right down in here. If you look at this, the first trend line, this is the 2013 bull market followed by the bear market. 2 touches of resistance before breaking through, starting the bull market. 2017 bull market followed by the bear market. 2 touches of resistance before breaking through, starting the next bull market, which we are in now. I know a lot of people said that are saying that we're not in a bull market, can't confirm we're in a bull market. I truly believe 100% we are in a bull market. And here is the monthly, and I had these two arcs drawn in here. This is a 2017 or 2013 bull market followed by the bear market. 4 arrows, each one representing a new low in the RSI before starting the bull market. This is the 2017 bull market followed by the bear market. Each arrow representing a new low in the RSI. There's 4 of them. And that, just like over here, then we started the bull market. I do believe it is possible that we have more of something like this, and it's a lot quicker. And this bull market possibly could end in 2020. But if we run to 2021, I think we're going to be in 6 digits definitely. And I want to stress that this 46,000 target is not the end of this bull market. That is just, sorry about that. That is just the end of this year. I do believe we'll get into 6 digits sometime in 2020, 2021. I also want to point out gold real quick. I had been pointing this out that if gold opened and closed a weekly above this channel, I do believe we are most likely going to be starting a recession. That's my indicator, my thought process. I could be wrong. That's just my opinion, guys. But I do believe that a close outside of this channel is the beginning of a recession. I do have measured moves on gold if anyone's into gold. Measuring this first one as the triangle here. And measuring from the breakout gets us to about the $1,675 range. And then if we measure this as the channel, the breakout of the channel gets us to about the 1830, 1840 range, in case anyone's interested. But if you enjoyed the video, definitely click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified. Smash those likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. I might try to do a live stream tonight, so make sure your bell is ticked. Have a great day. Have a good weekend, guys.